Hello everyone, how are you guys doing? Hopefully you guys are having a wonderful day, and today we are here with episode number 37 of Free to Play to Main, where I was a free to play account and now I'm getting closer to a main account. The account is currently at 1715 total level, so getting up there, 53 mil total XP as well, and a bank value of 64.6 mil. So we're doing good. Last episode we unlocked Rigger, and we are on the way to getting Dragon Slayer 2 unlocked, and this is the final part of it where I throw this ore down this little waterway, and we should be on our way to 68 mining. Indeed. So 68 mining, that means now I have all of the requirements for Dragon Slayer 2, and now I just have to do some of the prerequisite quests right here. Legends quest, Dream Mentor, pretty useful quests as well, so happy to get those out of the way. Now I won't be doing that this moment because I have some schoolwork to work on. So instead, I'm going to be heading on over to Nightmare Zone and getting my Berserker Ring and Archer Ring hopefully imbued. But real quick, Prospector Percy, give me this little Prospector Helm. 3 pieces towards the set. I just need the legs left. Looking good, looking good. AFKing while I do a little bit of schoolwork, as I said, was just kind of a little too into it, and I didn't drink any prayer that entire run, so now that I died, I figure may as well go ahead and buy the first of the imbues. This is the Berserker Ring. Now, I'm probably going to get the other 400k points that I'm going to need to be able to imbue the Archer Ring, and then I'm just not going to do it yet because the Archer Ring is actually pretty expensive right now at 6 mil, and I don't want to sink that when I don't use range all that much in scenarios where I can use the Archer Ring. So basically what this does is my strength right now is 116, takes it to 124 when usually it would only go to 120. So basically doubles the bonus of the Berserker Ring, and obviously that is pretty useful considering that these points are pretty much free and all I have to do is just AFK and get some XP. Probably averaging close to like 80k per hour. I'm not in an optimized gear setup and I don't think I have an optimized list, but it's something that allows me to AFK, get decent XP, and also be able to get some points on the side, probably about 200 to 300k per hour, which is enough for me. I mean, at max, I'm probably doing like 5 hours here, and I need all of that time and more. So taking one on the chin here, gonna go ahead and hop on out. Basically, I have now enough points for my second imbue when I want it. Yeah, 756 total. Got a little bit of extra points, which is going to be good for the scroll of redirections. I'll probably just go buy a cool 100 of them right now since I can. And we have enough leftover points to get the Archer Ring imbued whenever I get it. So here we are at Pest Control. I am in World 344 where everyone does Pest Control. You can do it outside of there, but I mean, you'd rather have more people, so people typically come to this world, and basically the way it works is you are going to fight just a wave of monsters, and you try to take down portals. It's right over here, you know, you can kind of get a view for it. This is the lower level one for level 70 and below. In this low level, you get 3 points per game. In the med level, the intermediate over here, you get 4 points per game. And then in the high level, you get 5 points per game. The high level is 100 plus, so I typically recommend people not to come here until level 100 because Void really isn't that crazy good. I mean, unless you aren't doing your combat through Slayer, which I wouldn't recommend, it's not really that worth it because you're never going to use it over your, Slayer helm. So it has pretty limited uses, except for when it comes to bossing. Once you get to about 90s in range and mage, it starts to become a little bit more useful. Once you start to get into the 90s of your melees and range, it becomes a bit more useful, as there's just a lot more better places to use that, a lot of bosses, raids where you can use it as well. And looking over here, basically, we can see how many points I'm going to have to do. You can buy XP, you can buy items, but that's not what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be focusing on the Night Top, the Night Robe, the gloves, and then I'm going to get the Range Helm right here because that is what I need for Vorkath. Eventually, I'll come back and get the Melee Helm, and then finally the Mage being the least useful in my opinion. But I am going to need 850 points total to get a full set, which you do need the full set to get the set effect. Makes sense, so I'm looking at 850 points, 5 points per game, 170, I think. So now I'll walk you guys through a game. It's kind of important after you get out of a game to try to get back in as quick as you can, because as you can see here, sometimes you don't have priority and you have to wait. So, flooding onto the island, basically, everyone's going to run everywhere. What you're trying to do is defend this Void Knight, because if he dies, you lose. and you're also going to want to kill almost anything that you see around these portals, and then if the portal is attackable, if the shield is down, you're going to attack the portal. So just stand around here killing stuff on the side. As you can see up in the top right here, this is my activity bar. You have to keep it not hitting 0, and then you will be able to get the points for the game. So if you're not doing anything, you don't get any points, because basically the way it used to be done. So in the top left, you can see how much damage I've done, 206. Basically, the way this game used to be, all you needed was 50 damage, and you'd be able to get points. So people like me, you know, because I'm just trying to have some fun. I'm just trying to do other stuff sometimes. I just come in, get 50 points, then hang out and let everyone else kind of do the work. It's it's not good to the greater good, but it makes it very easy for me. So they eventually implemented a way to make sure that people actually pay more attention, and that makes Void less AFK. So that's good, but you also have quicker games because everyone's trying. So in the same light, you know, makes it a little easier. Nothing better than a nice little HP level coming in while I'm doing this pest control. Closing in on like 250 points or so. So we're about at our first piece. So I'm at 250 points and now going to go ahead and buy my first piece. We'll go with the top for now, and then I need another 250. I'll get the robes because I like knocking out the big ones straight off the bat. You know, I don't want to have to think about it anymore. So there's the top, looking good, looking like a big baller. I'm just gonna wear it, you know, for pride purposes. Who cares about that DPS? So yeah, I did this. Basically, I just recorded the whole clip, was not recording, so sadness ensues upon thee. So I got the Void Knight top earlier, and then I just went ahead and grinded out the robe bottom, the gloves, and the Ranger's helm as well, totaling 850 points collectively. The two that I haven't gotten yet are the Void Mage Helm and the Void Melee Helm. I will not ever be getting the Night Mace. The Melee Helm probably being a little bit more useful than the Mage, and eventually I will have to come back here to get my Elite Top and Elite Robe Bottom. So those cost 200 as well each, and give a little bit of a DPS bonus to your sets, along with some prayer bonus. So that's why those are useful, but you can't get that unlocked until the Western Province's Hard Diaries are done. So I got 850 points for this full set, and there's only 800 more to go in the two helms and the elite upgrades, so get a little over halfway. Feeling good, ready to get on over and do some Dragon Slayer 2, or at least the prereq quests, but before that, I think I'm going to AFK for a little bit, because that was, it's kind of a lot of pest control, about 5-6 hours worth, so need a break. So I said earlier I was going to wait until I got an archer ring as a drop to be able to imbue it, but now that I think about it, you know, I just want to go and treat myself. I grinded for those 650k points, grinded for this elite void. Why would I go and do Vorkath with anything less than the best? So searching this reward chest, we can throw another 5.5 mil into the untradeable tab, so imbue that archer ring, and now we have another double boosted archer ring, basically going from a nice little +4 to a +8. Will not be unimbuing it. You actually can do that. You can get your points back, but you do not get all the points back. It's 650k to imbue, so you lose 130. I guess that means I technically can sell this back if I wanted to, but I don't really feel like getting extra points just to, you know, sell and buy rings as I please. Alright, so went ahead and finished off a gargoyles task. I had about 120 left, I do think, so we'll just kind of throw everything on in there, see what it's worth. Nice little 500k, and that is not including the first half of that task. So, time to get another assignment from Steve. Some fire giants, nice and AFK for me, some easy melee XP, and moving ever so closer to 94. So here we go. I'm in a free-to-play world at the moment, so obviously that means I'm going to have to go ahead and use a bond. This is another 4.1 mil thrown into the account, you know, an investment going forward. What I think I'm going to do now is get back to the questing that I was going to do earlier. Eventually when this request goes through, obviously, you know, just wait. Oh, there we go. That's what we like to see. So this is the end of the Dream Mentor quest, getting myself 2 quest points, some extra XP that won't give me a level, and also, you know, a good old lamp, nothing better. Let's see what we got. Okay, all right. Do we really need that? Do I need to have a conversation with the lamp? Strength XP is what I'm going to go with, because why not? And now on the Lunar Spellbook, I actually have access to a few more spells, notably Humidify, Transfer Spellbook, Plank Make as well. There's a couple others, but those are some of the more notable ones. And in addition to that, along with getting a prereq for Dragon Slayer 2, I have a new bank over here. Basically, these left two you actually still can't use if you don't have the Seal of Passage. So, for example, talk to them, they're not going to like me. Talk to him, he likes me. I get to use a bank. So I don't have to worry about that anymore. And also, in addition to that, this is a useful way to kill Vorkath because you can bank here and then get kicked off the island over back to Relica. And this is the boat that we're eventually going to use to get to Vorkath. So that's kind of the best way to bank if you don't have, unless you have the Fremennik Elite done, which, your boy don't have that done. So, gonna go on now to Tale of Two Cats, I do believe. So I don't normally do any tips on quests because I typically don't really see any point in it. There's not really many tips I can give. But for the Tale of Two Cats quest, what I will recommend is early on into the quest, basically you have to go and look for Bob, and he can be all over RuneScape, and the way to locate him is by using this necklace and trying to find him, and it is an absolute shit show. So instead of wasting 15 to 20 minutes of your life doing that, you can just come over here to the West Varrock Anvils and just hop around until you find him, and you save yourself a good 15, 20 minutes of questing. I mean, not game-changing, but, if I can save myself that time, I'm gonna. Talking to Unferth here, this should give us the end of the Tale of Two Cats quest, which is pretty cool. Gotta love a quest whenever you can waste half the quest by just growing some potatoes. Nothing better than that. Apparently I get a present. Wow, the mouse toy. I don't know if that's for me or the cat, but I'll find some interest in that. And a couple lamps as well. So we're big fans of lamps around here, and also big fans of getting runecrafting levels we didn't work for. So 47 runecrafting coming in, pretty nice. And now I am off to do the Legends quest that I've started but not completed on this account. Yes! And right now I am gaining the last little bit of XP I guess I can get at the end of Legends Quest. So I'm just going to throw it all on Prayer because Prayer is expensive and all of these other combat skills I'm going to get up anyways whenever I need them. So really don't think it'd be any more useful anywhere else. Just kind of my thinking here. Finishing off Legends Quest though, that is 4 quest points along with the XP that we already talked about. 218 quest points. And most importantly, oh boy! It is time to do Dragon Slayer 2. Oh god. This is going to be my first time ever doing Dragon Slayer 2. That may sound strange. As far as an explanation as to why that is, on my main account, I was a rich boy. I had a nice friend of mine that was willing to do some quests for monetary exchanges. Account sharing isn't bannable in this game. It used to be way back in the day, however, it's not anymore. So, don't report my account. I want to play more RuneScape. So as I've said, I have not done the Dragon Slayer 2 quest, however, I do know how to kill Vorkaths, so that is a very nice plus for this. I've never done the final boss fight, but Vorkath's kind of a little difficult. I guess taking you guys through some of the things that he does, basically, if you're... Ooh, I need that super anti. If you're not coming here with a Dragon Hunter crossbow, you want to pray mage. If you are, then you can wear Dragon Fire Shield and pray range. These big fiery attacks that are falling from the ceiling, if you stand within a square of it, or on that square, if you stand on the same square it's coming to you on, you're gonna die. If you stand next to it, it's gonna hit you for about 60, and it's not good, but... Then he has 2 phases, the first one being this, where he throws acid all over the floor and shoots stuff at you. So if you run over the acid, you lose a little bit of HP, and if you stop walking while he's shooting you with those things, you're going to get hit for 20s to 30s. Then most of his regular attacks are pretty easy. That's why Vorkath's kind of chill in my opinion, because you don't have to worry too much other than a couple of attacks. He'll throw a purple cloud at you every now and then that makes you have to put your prayer back on, but other than that, there's nothing too much to be concerned about. Whenever this white wave comes, you can't do any more damage to him, and you have to cast Crumble Undead on this spawn. As you can see here, I right-clicked him and then clicked it. That's because if you say I was trying to kill Vorkath right here, and, ooh, okay, see? So if you notice, whenever I was doing the phase with the little skeleton lizard that I had to kill, I don't know what it is, but I right-clicked it and then clicked it. That's because, say for instance, I'm trying to click Vorkath and I misclick, then I lose the spell and I have to come back to my spellbook. If I do this, it's a lot easier to be able to hit it. So that's kind of why I do it. Makes it easier for me. Just a little tip here I've learned over my time at Vorkath, and this kill hasn't been too bad. So looking forward to doing this outside of the quest. Now, the HP on Vorkath during the quest is lesser than outside of it, so that's kind of important. And as you see there, if I misclick my right click, I still have the spell, so it's just really nice to be able to do that. And just like that, we have a dead Vorkath. So no loot, but now, you know, we'll kill him more later whenever he's more ready for us. My God, man. Like, I just don't get it. Oh, my. Cool. You can make a hard boss. I get it. It's hard. It's hard. It's difficult. I'm having a hard time. Are you happy? Is this what you want? Is this it? Is this what they all intended for? Because goddamn, have you got it? I never understood when people said that they were having such a hard time with Dragon Slayer 2 that they meant Galvac. I thought people couldn't understand how to kill Vorkath. I didn't know what the final boss was. I didn't know which one was harder. I didn't know how it worked. So I just thought people were dumb. But no. This thing fucking sucks. It is so damn hard. I have 96 range, rigor, and a dragon crossbow, and I'm out here getting my ass slapped. Like, please. Now, granted, I don't have the best gear, because I figured, you know, I'm a man. I'm a 110 combat living fool, and I don't really have this much trouble on anything. I can kill him. I had an easier time learning Theater of fucking Blood than I did doing this. Like, goddamn. That's actually not true. Theater of Blood sucks. That actually is worse. But, you know, on a relative scale, Theater of Blood's endgame content, this is not really. Holy shit. I did it! Wow! Oh my goodness, yeah. Let's get it, son. I must feel good. Ooh, why would he do that? Oh, okay. Hell yeah, Bob. I miss you, Bob. Is this where he comes, like, running out of... Oh, Bob's not coming back? Oh, I thought that's where Bob was just gonna come back from the dead. Yikes. No Bob, huh? Oh! Damn, dude. Damn. Rip Bob. Bob, my mans. No, that's Bob's great. Oh, shit, dude. I'll miss him. Shit, dude. Oh, my... Why? You gotta spawn me right here? This is so sad. No. No. Why would you do this? Ugh. No. No. That's just wrong. Worlds colliding here as one Alec meets another, and we talk about the quest that I just fucking endured. Oh, I gotta tell him about my... Okay, yeah, there we go. Okay, I was gonna say, please not a cutscene. Like, I'm good. I am good. Dragon Slayer 2. Done. Complete. Holy shit, man. 5 quest points, a lot of smithing XP, some mining XP. I don't think it gets me a level. Some agility, 2. No levels anywhere. That's too bad. But... most importantly, we got Dragon Slayer 2 done. Your man's feeling good. I'm gonna go kill some Vorkath now because that would, you know, that's why I did all this. That's what this has all been for. So I'm not gonna waste it now, but I gotta go take like a, you know, just a little break. I can't. I'm gonna log out for a little bit. Gotta go. So I just got my first kill. 3 minutes and 22 seconds. I was recording with music on, so apologies. I had it live recorded, you know. Basically, the reason I'm here is because when I get 50 KC, I get a guaranteed Vorkath head. I could get it beforehand, but obviously no guarantees of that. That upgrades my Ava's assembler. That's eventually when I get the head, I can actually make an upgraded version of this, so that's going to be helpful. And in addition to that, you know, you get some good loot here. Typically, I can get 2 kills at least per trip. This trip was a little rough because it's my first one of the day, but 175k. I mean, that's why I'm here. Zora drops have kind of gone down in price a lot lately. And the Vorkath table is as good as ever. So, gonna keep on giving it a go and probably throw in a little tab there on the side as well. So we'll see where this goes, and we'll see how many kills I can get. Not a lot of rares here to speak of, so it's kind of more of a consistent moneymaker, but honestly, I'm pretty fine with that. Out here making some gains. Looking at my new personal best, we're at 148, which is a pretty good kill time. I don't know if I'm going to be able to beat that much soon. My best kill time on my main account was with the Dragon Hunter crossbow, because that's really good here, but obviously can't afford it. And that was like a minute 17. So a minute 48 definitely is not bad. Up to 16 KC, still no head, which is kind of what I'm looking for, but... the reason there's really no rare drops from Vorkath is because the only rares are a Dragon Bone necklace, which I'll pull up the drop log, but I think it's 1 in 1k. So the Dragon Bone necklace is 1 in 1k drop, and it's only worth like 100k, so not really anything too much. In addition to that, there is 2 visages that you can get, a draconic and a skeletal. The draconic is 6 mil and the skeletal is 37 mil, so those are big value drops, but they're both 1 in 5k, so not very likely. The pet here is 1 in 3k, so I mean, just for some perspective, you know, it's not like I can really rely on rare drops here, so not a whole lot going on in that regard, but definitely getting the hang of it. And I don't really mind the blowpipe too bad here. I thought it'd be a little longer than these kills I've been getting, especially considering I don't have Elite Void yet. So just got done with a Fire Giants task, first one I've done this episode. Looking for boss tasks a little more. I've unlocked a lot since I've last grinded Slayers, so now we have a Dagonoth King's task set up. I will do that on the side later after I get done with a little bit more of Warcath and maybe some other leveling in the meantime, because I'm probably going to push off that DK task for a little bit since I don't plan on doing it right now. Yeah, boys, there we go. All right, didn't have to go the full 50 KC this time. My last account, it's a 1 in 50 drop, so you know, better than 50-50 chance that you get it before 50 KC. If you don't know how that works, you'll figure it out. But yeah, got myself a nice little Warcath head. Now I can go talk to Ava and upgrade this Ava's accumulator to an Ava's assembler. So I'm going to go do that real quick and make that little upgrade real quick. I'm so pumped. Didn't have to do another 20 kills. Although I have been making good money. I've tracked the last 16 and I've gotten 2.4 mil loot from that. So, you know, looking at pretty much exactly 150k per drop. So, not bad. Not bad, huh? We can get ourselves an Ava's assembler for 5k, some mithril arrows, and the Warcath helm. Okay, I guess. Okay, I was confused. It just went straight on my inventory. Didn't upgrade it. Didn't get a new one, so that's interesting. But you know, it looks blue. That's the only difference. So the Ava's assembler basically doubles the offensive range bonus from 4 to 8. It gives you a little bit extra defense bonus in some stats you previously didn't have it, along with doubling your magic defense. And also, along with that, you get 2 plus range strength bonus. So that's all very nice. And in addition to that, typically whenever you're using a accumulator, you get back 72% of your ammo and 8% falls to the ground, and then 20% is broken. With this, only 20% breaks, which is the same, but the other 80% fully goes back to you. So none of the stuff goes on the ground. Just a nice little upgrade that comes with, you know, the beginning of Warcath. So I think this is where I'm going to end off this video because I've just been grinding so much, man. And I think this is a really good endpoint. I think that we made a ton of, I know we made a ton of progress in this video. Not in regard to the bank, throwing everything on in there now. Now, granted, I do have probably about 1.2 mil. Probably have about 1.5 mil still in the blowpipe, but throwing everything else on in there, it gets us pretty close to about 60 mil. And we have imbues that we didn't have at the beginning, void that we didn't have, Warcath, assembler. I mean, just so many things. So if you guys did enjoy this video, obviously make sure to leave a like. If there's anything you want to tell me, holy shit, I cannot stay still. If there's anything you want to tell me, make sure to let me know in a comment down below. And if you want to see more of these videos as soon as they go live, make sure to hit that subscribe. With that said, though, hopefully you guys do have a wonderful day, and love you.